Well, good Monday morning to you. It is February the 20th, 2022. Yeah. 2023. Oh my God. Oh, happy birthday if it's your birthday. I'm tired this morning, y'all. I don't know quite why, but I am. Might need to go drink another thing of coffee. Holy cannoli. But anyway, how did your weekend go? Mine went perfect. Saturday, Barry was off, so we got to spend all day together, which is so nice. And we went to the thrift store, and we went to an antique store, played D&D. Yesterday, Amanda's friend came over. We played D&D with her, and that was fun. We also watched The Last of Us, or whatever the name of that show is, and I hate it. I do not like that show at all. I don't like it at all. But anyway, not that it's not nicely done, acted, and all of that. I just do not like the premise of it. It's just, I just don't like it. But anyway, so today, what I want to do, I did buy some mugs, right, from the thrift store now to sublimate on. I know these are probably not going to work. You have to have a certain type of mug in order to sublimate on it. And if it's not that mug, it's not going to work. It just won't print on it at all. But I thought I would give it a try because these are way cheaper than sublimation mugs. And just to test out how the machine works itself, and then two, how the Cricut software, how you use it, because there's a template on it for you to be able to put your design on correctly, you know. So I just wanted to play around, and I didn't want to waste my mugs, you know what I mean? Because they are, you know, they're pricey. So I'm going to work on that today. I also need to think about my art video for Friday. This week will be kind of like a makeover, do whatever you want type of week. Like last time I painted on the handbag. I do have an item. Let me show it to you. Okay, I got this from from Goodwill about a month or so ago, but I thought I could paint it, right? And then, I'm sure y'all have seen, this is so full of stuff, but they're all in different kind of containers. I thought that maybe if I painted that and then put that items on it, because it will fit up on the top of this. So if I'm doing that, I need to think of what I want to paint on here. Of course, it's going to be whimsical and fun, colorful, nothing, you know, too serious, because, hey, it's just going to be holding markers and such. I am going to get a screen to go over here. I hate this, especially in my videos. I just hate the look of it. I hate that you can see my furnace and all of that. It just looks, ugh. I do not like it. But you know, there's nothing I can do. I'm out in the garage and this is the only space for me. So, you know, you have to do what you have to do, right? But I did find a screen on Amazon that's kind of like a Japanese screen, but it's plain. So I thought I could get that and then see if I could paint on it to do my own design on it. I thought that would be so much fun to do as well, but it's gonna take a minute to get it because it's a little expensive. So you know, gotta wait for the funds for that. But hopefully in about a week or two, I may go ahead and grab that. So in the meanwhile, please excuse that. I apologize, but again, there's nothing I can do when you're out in half of a garage. So that's what I'm going to work on today. I'm working on the mug, just see how it works. I do have a design. I'm just using my tote bag design, but instead of having the wreath of the you know, the leaves and those little flowers up at the top that are kind of going around spring is sprung, I just took that off, but everything else is on there. The bees, the flowers, the bunny, the eggs. So I'm very excited to see how this is going to look. Hopefully there may be just one mug that this will print on. and I think it's this mug. It may print on this mug. I don't know. It does have a glaze on it, and if it has a glaze on it, I don't think it's going to work. But we shall see. Okay, we're going to try. I did go ahead and buy some sublimation mugs, and they should be here tomorrow. So if they don't print, I will try it on just a sublimation mug tomorrow. And of course, that one will be mine because it'll be the first one. I usually like to try to keep my first things, you know. I do want to also start working on the coasters that I got. I think I want to do like a watercolor print to go on there. I want to do the watercolor, of course, traditionally, probably like a bouquet of flowers or something like that, and then clean it up digitally and print it out that way. On the little coasters, I'm interested in seeing how that works. So probably this week, that's what I'm going to be working on. I'm just going to be working on playing with some of the sublimation stuff that I got, just see how it works and see which items that I think will be beneficial to put on my Etsy store. And Wednesday, I probably will do, I know I will not be doing anything because I have to possibly take Roxy to the eye vet. When I took her back in last week, her blood pressure was back to normal, so we feel like the blood pressure medicine is working, so she has to stay on that for the rest of her life, which is cool. Her eye did not look worse, but it did not look better either. Now, though, that I'm looking at it, it was just a ring. Now the ring is kind of gone, but now it's kind of pulled down at the bottom of her eye. So I don't know if it's like getting better or is that getting worse. I don't know, but it's barely visible, even the thing down at the bottom. So I'm gonna make the decision tomorrow if I'm gonna take her in or not. The only reason why I'm having such doubt on it is, like I said in my last vlog, it's an hour away. We've never been there. I hate. I even don't like it when I have to just drop her off at my vet. I don't want her to think that I'm giving her away. That just hurts me. I just can't do it, and I just hate it. I just wish they would just let us sit in the waiting room. I don't care if I had to sit there all day, as long as she didn't have to be put in a cage and her thinking that I've just left her and I've given her away. I hate that. And I know I'm humanizing her. Dogs are not like that, but they do have feelings and emotions, and I think they do, you know. She may feel that way, I don't know. But anyway, so it's just a hard decision, but I don't want to ignore it and it even then get worse, and then I have to wait again to get her in to see this vet. You know what I mean? So it's just so hard for me to decide what to do. It really is. But anyway, all right. Let me get to work, and if anything else comes up, I'll let you know. Have a good day. Bye. Okay, as I predicted, the mug that I was going to use did not work. I'll show you that in just a second. However, I've just been sitting and thinking about what I'm going to do. I am definitely using this for Friday's art video. I'm going to just sew it and then paint on it. And I figured I would paint different seasons because there's 4 sides. My favorite seasons are fall. Fall is my all-time favorite, and then of course spring. So I'll do a little fall with like maybe pumpkins, and then the winter will be just 2 evergreens with some snow on it. Spring will be like a little spring wreath bouquet thingy there, and then summer will be a watermelon. So I thought that was I think it's going to be cute. So, and of course it's not going to be realistic, it's going to be whimsical, as I do. But yeah, I'm excited to get working on this. I'll probably do that tomorrow. It is after 3. I think it's almost 3:30 right now. And but yeah, let me show you what the mug actual what I was going to put on the mug. Let me show you that. Okay, so there is the wrap. It, you know, would fit the whole mug. I thought it looked cute as all get out. Look how cute that is. Ugh. But I think because it had, let me make sure it's not still hot. I think because it had a glaze on it is why. You can see it tried. I mean, it was trying to. It was thinking about it. But, and the reason I thought it could possibly work is because it's a stoneware. And stoneware you definitely can do. Ceramic you can do too, as long as there's not a glaze, but this has a glaze on it, so that's why it didn't work. But I'm glad that I tried it out, because now I know how to use my machine. I'm not afraid of it. And like, this is a weird shaped mug, which I love, and it was able to go in there with no problem, you know. So I'm glad that I did that, just to be familiar with my machine and not be afraid of it. So it was worth doing that. And then I also learned that I can cut my paper in half and just use 2 sheets if I want 2 different things. So I'm not wasting a sheet of paper. So that's good news to know. So, and I've made it where my machine sees it as a 5.5 by 8, or yes, 8.5 by 5.5. So, all right. So I've had a pretty productive day. So I think I'm going to be done for the day. Like I said, it's pretty late. I think I want to read a little. My Kindle was dead, so I've charged it up. So I think I want to sit and read for a little bit. It's beautiful here today, so I think spring has finally sprung here. It's not going to get lower than the high 60s, or I mean, it's not going to get, yeah. So we're in the 70s. It's like almost 80 degrees today, so. All right, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye. Okay, so far today I've got 3 out of 4 done. Here's fall. I think it turned out cute. And then here is winter. It looks cold to me. Spring is waiting because it's a bigger piece. And then here is summer. Watermelon. Happy Tuesday, February the 21st to you. Happy birthday if it's your birthday. So, you saw I have been working on my art video for this Friday. Have everything done except for spring. Figure I can do that on Thursday morning, and then edit the video Thursday afternoon to get it up on my YouTube channel for Friday. Tomorrow, like I said, I have to take Roxy to the vet. We have decided to go ahead and do that. I don't like where the middle of that circle was. There's like this yellowish looking thing, and I think that's what my vet didn't like too. That is not going away. So I would rather get her checked out and make sure that she is a-okay than to not do that. So that is what we're going to do. We're taking her to the vet tomorrow. This morning, I got a late start. It is like almost 6 o'clock. Let's see, yeah, it's 5:52. This morning I finished reading a book. I started it last night, finished it today. I finished one book finally last night, and then started this new one, and then I finished it this morning. I could not put it down. It was pretty good. It's a pretty good book. I remember, I will tell the names of them, but back to reading. So yeah, that is about it for today. I had plans this morning, so I was not going to be here anyway, but then they fell through, so I was like, I'm just going to finish reading this book. I want to read this book, and so that is what I did. Let me see if I can't tell you the name of them. Hold on. This is the book that I finished reading last night. This was my November book. I'm a Prime member, and when you're a Prime member you get a free book each month, and this was the one for November. I didn't start it though until either late December or January, early January, and I just finished it. It was a slow read until probably midway, and then it kind of picked up from there. but it was pretty good. It was set in World War II, France, or Italy rather, in World War II. And then this is the book that I started last night and I finished this morning. No One Knows Us Here by Rebecca Kelly. This was my December book because I forgot to download January's. It was a fast read. I mean, it had just as many pages as this one, but I got invested in this like from the very beginning. I was hooked and I just had to finish it. The premise of the book was okay. Like I said, it kept me intrigued. It was kind of like a thriller type situation. I don't know how I really feel about the book, but without giving it away, I don't know. I'm still contemplating that. But this is my February book, The Maid's Diary, and that is what I'm going to start right now to finish. So, and then after that, I have no more free books. So, yeah, the book I read last night, again, it was like a thriller, very much trigger warnings. You really should read about it before reading the book. Had some really heavy-duty stuff in it, you know. But I don't want to give it away. It just seems so unrealistic to me, I guess, is the end. But of course, it's a fiction book. It's not supposed to be real. So, but I don't know if the ending should have happened, though. That is what I'm like, contemplating on. So, I don't know. But it was a nice read. It was quick. It got me hooked and all of that kind of stuff. So, I'm going to let you go. And I will probably be back Thursday. Again, not tomorrow, unless I have some news about Roxy that I want to share. But yeah, y'all have a good day. Night. Bye. Well, good Thursday, February 23rd to you. Happy birthday if it's your birthday. Whew, y'all, it is so humid here. It is gross, okay? It's gross. My dehumidifier has been working non-stop. Ugh, it is humid in my house. We had to turn on the air conditioner yesterday. I hate it. That's what I hate about the summer here. It's too humid. It's like you can never get cool. You're just always in a perpetual sweat. And I cannot stand it. You're wet all the time. Ugh. And then not to mention what it does to my hair. But anyway, I got to get my portable air conditioner for out here. Because I will definitely not be able to handle the summer out here. But luckily today I only have this part left of my video, which will be the spring bouquet. I'm hoping it will take me just about an hour to do it. Then I will need to definitely edit that video, edit this video to get them ready to go up on my YouTube channel. Let's talk about Roxy and what went on there. Hold on a minute. Speaking of Roxy, oh, she's sniffing. Okay, so yesterday I did take the day off because we had to take Roxy to the eye vet. So let me tell you about that. I really liked the staff. They were very, very nice. When I got there and I filled out the paperwork, when she saw she was 16, she was like, oh no, she doesn't need to stay. Can y'all hang out and wait? And I was like, most definitely, yes, thank you. And then I told her later on, I said that was what I was stressed out the most about, was just dropping her off. I could not. I said I was actually going to ask y'all if we could just hang out in the waiting room with her until y'all could see her, because I did not want her in a cage. So I was so glad that you went ahead and just, you know, worked us in. They essentially worked us in is what they did. And so we, you know, had to wait, but not all day. We weren't there all day, probably half the day we were there. But the vet was she was very knowledgeable, a little bit different than my vet, of course. And she did more blood work on her because she realized her thyroid is low, which we knew. It's been that way since we started this test, and it's been the same number every year. And it's been 3 years. So that number never changes. And my vet was like, okay, as long as it's the same, we're okay. If it changes any, then we need to really look at this. But for right now, She's not showing any kind of signs or symptoms of hyperthyroidism. And I was like, okay. She was like, just if this, that, and the other, if that changes, then we need to look into it. And I was like, got you. So I told that to the eye vet, because she was like, why are y'all not doing anything? It's simple as giving her a pill. And I'm like, well, because she's not showing any signs or symptoms. She's like, this could be one. And I'm thinking in my head, yeah, exactly, that's why we're here. We're here to see what's going on with her, you know. But I kind of get defensive when people talk crap about my vet, because I love her so much. I've been with her for 30 years, and she knows me. I know her. She knows my animals. She's the only vet, she has like 2 or 3 in her practice that sees my animals. If I can help, if it's an emergency, then it's something different, but for the most part, she's the only one who looks at my animals, because I trust her implicitly. And when another vet talks poo-poo about her like that, ooh, I just get so, I get so defensive, because then she looked at her kidneys, which were her numbers were so high last year, but we put her on the senior food and it's gone down, and it continues to go down. So obviously that is working. And she was like, why isn't she on kidney food, like prescription kidney diet? And I'm like, because she felt like the senior diet. Well, why did she do that? And I'm like, because that's just what she told me to do. Oh, never mind. And I was just like, woo. And I'm thinking in my head, because she knows me. She knows if this is going to work first, why put her on a very expensive food if this is going to work and be okay for her? You know what I mean? So that's why she did it. I know that's why she did it, but I didn't tell her that. So I felt like saying, because she knows me, she knows my situation, she knows my history, she knows my animals, I trust her. So anyway, so she was like, well, I would put her on like she was acting like she was going to put her on a kidney food, a prescription kidney diet. And in my head, I'm like, we'll talk to my doctor about that, because I don't know, it may not be necessary, could be, I don't know. But the short of what's happening is her body is having like this autoimmune thing going on. It's kind of like an allergy, she said. She gave the analogy of that you know, there's blood vessels in your eyes, but for some reason they got inflamed, and it caused them to come to the, you know, on the cornea, and then it hemorrhaged for whatever reason. She could have sneezed, whatever could have caused it, or the high blood pressure could have caused that. But we're trying to figure out, why did her eye get inflamed, or the blood vessels, and blah blah blah, and all this kind of stuff. So that's why she took more blood from her in a urinalysis. She did a urinalysis. She wanted to check her thyroid more thoroughly, and because of her kidneys, do a urinalysis and do a CBC platelet thing, because she'd been bleeding. And I'm like, that's fine, that's okay. So she had to send those off. I think they come back today. I'm not sure if she's going to call me and discuss it with me, or if she's sending it to my vet for my vet to discuss it with me. I don't know. I don't remember. There was just so much done yesterday and so much said that it was just, it was wild. And Roxy, you know, we had to take her blood pressure, and I had to hold her down for that, and I hated that. I did not like it at all. So yeah, but it's not cancer, it's not a tumor, it's not anything like that. We're just trying to figure out why her body decided to do what it did. And she's on a couple of drops. One I already had. My vet had given me that for the inflammation. I didn't know it till I got home and realized, oh my gosh, it's the same thing. So I spent double money on that, because I had a whole bottle, because she was only on it for like 10 days. So she's on all of the meds until a month. I have to take her back in a month for her to look at the eye and make sure that this is working, and then I guess we assess what she needs to continue to do. So until then, I'm just gonna do that. She seems to be in a lot, you know, she seems to be okay with everything. And so I guess I will call probably my vet on Friday, because she definitely is sending everything to them when she gets it. So I'll call my vet Friday to see if she's gotten it, and if she has, then to make an appointment to go over everything all the blood work and see what she thinks we ought to do about her diet and all that kind of stuff. But I know why she did that. You know, it's like, why $100 for a bag of food when you could do it for 20? I mean, it might not be the same, you know, but if the levels are dropping and it's not getting worse, why not? Because that's what she told me. She was like, we'll try this first. If this doesn't work, then we'll put her on a special diet. But it worked. The senior diet is working, so there's no need to do that, in my opinion, but whatever. So anyway, so that's the saga of Roxanne. Sorry, that was a little long. So today I'm going to finish my video for the day, edit it. I did start working on another mug idea. I got all my mug sizes in. I got a 15 ounce and the 12 ounce. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to work on those today because I do have to edit my video, and but I have been working on mug ideas and also my magnet that I wanted to do, and my free button. So probably tomorrow, even though usually Fridays I like to just take it easy, but I may make some of this stuff tomorrow. But usually I work on my D&D campaign on Fridays, and I've got to do that. But I don't know, we'll see. Just wanted to come on to show you the final look of the box that I painted, the thrift store. Here, let me show you spring. And there we have it. I think it turned out super duper cute. So this video is already on my YouTube channel by the time you see this video, if you're interested in knowing how I did it. Alright, y'all. Well, for sure this is going to be me signing off because it's 2:30, so I have to edit 2 videos and all that goodie, and I will probably do that for the rest of the afternoon. Okay, please forgive the background noise. The air conditioner is on. So, but yeah, this is it filled up with some of my pins and such. Isn't it cute? And it ends up fitting perfectly in my cart. So, much neater. I like it a lot. So I hope y'all have a great weekend, and I will see you next week. Alright, y'all. Hey, subscribe if you've not subscribed. Oh, and like and share. It just will support my channel, and it'll help me to grow, and I would appreciate it so much. Alright, y'all. I'll talk to you next week. Have a good weekend. Bye.